Good afternoon, everyone. I am Matt Tudor, Director of Strategy and Partnerships at Bridgewater and Taunton College, and I'm your Master of Ceremonies it says morning here, so this is the morning speech, this afternoon. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to the University Centre Somerset graduation ceremony. Before the ceremony begins, I'd like to go through some housekeeping. In the unlikely event of a fire, the fire exits are located at each of the four corners of this room. Upon exit, please congregate in the main car park where you'll be met by members of the college team. We're here to celebrate the success of our graduands. Please feel free to take photographs and congratulate them throughout the ceremony. However, do turn your mobile to silent or off, please. And finally, if you have children that become unsettled during the ceremony, we politely request that you take them outside, settle them, and then you are welcome to come back in and join us. So could I ask everybody to stand, please, to welcome the academic procession. Please be seated. It's now my great pleasure to welcome Derek Randall, MBE, Chair of the Governing Body.
Thank you, Matt. Now, my first job this afternoon is when you stand up here, all the lights are off, you can't see anybody, and these lights make absolutely sure you can't see anybody at all. So I firstly need to check, is there anybody out there? Right. No, nobody there, we might as well go. That's the end of that. It's a very, very special day in our calendar, is this, and we look forward to it. And it's always my privilege to be able to stand here and to give you a very warm welcome, particularly to those graduating, and to family and friends who are here to support you, and to our colleagues, to this very, very special day. Now, we have two ceremonies. One this morning, and this morning's session was very typical to the morning sessions. Everybody is quiet, they're extremely well behaved, they're organized, and it's a very different meeting than normally than the one in the afternoon. Now, somebody explained to me that those graduating in the afternoon have a little bit more time to themselves, a bit more time to prepare, and they tend to arrive a little bit more lively. In fact, we had one graduation ceremony where a young lady came on stage, tripped up, and was horizontal at the feet of the principal. I'm not sure what she was doing at lunchtime, but she seemed very relaxed and embarrassed when she got up. Last year, we had a young lady coming up to graduate, and as she got halfway across the stage, she threw her arms around the principal. Don't get any ideas? Now, we allowed that because it was actually Andy's daughter. So it was a very special occasion for Andy to be able to present his daughter with her graduation certificate. No relatives today, Andy?
No one today.
Okay, all right. But it's your day, yeah? And I want you to feel free at any time to voice your support to your colleagues who are coming up here, because it is a special day. We have another special day in the calendar, that's earlier in the year, where we celebrate our staff. And it's a staff awards evening, and we hold it here, and I give a talk to them beforehand. And we have a really enthusiastic, committed, dedicated, loyal staff working here. We have about 1,300 staff across the 3 campuses, and they're absolutely brilliant. But ultimately, the thing that actually matters is the student experience. So if you leave here now feeling, yeah, that was a great experience, I've achieved what I want, then that's all really that we're all here for and that we're all set out to achieve. And there is an opportunity now, which wasn't here years ago, and that's to be able, if you choose, to stay and work in this area. There's a lot of capital expenditure going on in this area. There is significant investment. And whereas in the past, people needed to leave, sometimes to leave to study and very often to leave to work. But the growing opportunities in this area means it's absolutely critical that we can increase the skills and increase this training and increase the productivity of our businesses to really help grow this as an economic area. So thank you on behalf of us all for allowing us to share your day. It is your very special day, and I wish you, on behalf of us all, every success in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Derek. I'd now like to welcome our guest speaker, Liz Leishon, Deputy Leader of Somerset County Council.
Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me and for being so hospitable. You have got a great team here, and I've seen it today. I've seen people working together, and it's been an absolute delight. So it's lovely to see you as well this afternoon. Thank you. I'm representing the leader of the County Council. He's a historian, an academic, a teacher. I'm not. My learning and my rewards have come in different ways. And I know that it's been a difficult 2 years, 2.5 years now. It's been a real test of all of you as students, and this is your reward today, and you really deserve it. So not only do I congratulate you, but I thank you too for your persistence, your resilience, and for helping everybody in this country and this county get through what has been challenging, and that you will go on from this point now, knowing that you can achieve in the face of adversity. So you're in Somerset. I was born, brought up in Somerset, worked most of my life here. And it's a county of big skies. My colleagues who worked in the arts with me, we've always said that. We always sit there and, you do all this strengths and weaknesses, opportunities and risks. And 2 things always come over. One of them is about the big skies. And until recently, it's been about the lack of university in Somerset. So you're all doing your very best, A, to keep the skies open, but also to have a university in Somerset, and that is incredibly important for the future of this county. But there's something else about Somerset that is quite unusual, I think. If you move around this country and you listen to people who are speakers, or you listen to people who've achieved great things, or say are interviewed on television, whatever, they often tell you where they're from. If they're from Glasgow or Edinburgh, you know about it. If they're from Hull or Liverpool, Manchester, London, Bristol, they'll tell you. But you don't hear people say they're from Somerset. So my challenge to you is make sure people know where you're from. When you're out there succeeding, make sure people know that you're a Somerset person. And there are a couple of stories I can tell that actually show why it's so important that we acknowledge we're Somerset people. One of them is somebody who was a very high achiever in the world of film and theatre, Stephen Daldry. Stephen was brought up in Taunton, and he spent all of his, probably until he was 19, all of his life in Somerset. Never talked about it. So I just came across him through a contact when he came back for some film previews. And he was telling me one day, probably about 2010, 2011, that he'd just gotten a new job, a new responsibility, that he was in charge of all the ceremonies for the London Olympics. And I thought, goodness me, that is a massive task. And I said to him, well, what does it mean? You know, you can't do everything when a ceremony is that enormous. And he said, oh, well, my job is to tell the government what we're going to do. And I said, really? Do you not mean you're going to ask the government what you can do? And he said, no, my job is to tell the government what we're going to do. And I thought that is a perfect description of someone who comes from Somerset, doesn't shout loud, isn't actually much of a household name, apart from people who really enjoy their film and television and theatre. But he was there telling the government what they were going to do. And, you know, those of you who remember the opening and closing ceremonies and actually everything attached to the London Olympics know what a fantastic job he did with his colleagues. And then during the first lockdown in 2020, and then when we were looking at the summer and things easing off a bit, we were planning an outdoor show in Glastonbury Abbey, which is a fairly spectacular and huge outdoor space. And we decided to call on everybody we knew with a Somerset background working in musicals. And we got the most amazing crowd of people across musicians, singers, dancers, technicians, producers, everything. The whole group of people came together. I have to admit, all we paid them actually was expenses to come down, you know, to come into Somerset. Of course, lots of them were staying with their family at that stage. And we had this amazing team of people. And at the end of the 2 nights, so it was like 5 days we were working there, one of the very successful lighting designers I knew came to me and he said, I've forgotten what it was like to work in Somerset. It was so good to be working with all these people who are supportive and friendly and like-minded. I'm going to come back and work in Somerset more. And I thought that is Somerset, but what we need to do is actually go out there and tell more people that that's what it's like in Somerset. And so all of you graduating here in the county, that's exactly what we all need to be doing with you, with your help. And while we're thinking about the future, of course, education is lifelong. Your educational journey is at a certain point now and a fantastic point. But you continue on that journey, and you'll not stop. You'll not stop. I recall my mum, aged 84, telling me that she'd managed to set up she lived in Somerton, she'd managed to set up a Latin class. She'd found a teacher, and she'd got all her friends and the people in town who wanted to, and they were doing Latin classes once a week. And I said, what, you know, I was being a bit cynical. I said, what for? And she said, for the learning. And so at 84, learning was still that important to her and her friends. And not only do we learn formally through Latin classes or whatever, but we learn informally, don't we? We learn from the people around us as we move on from our teachers and our lecturers and those formal learning environments. And actually, we've learnt to be much more informal in our learning through COVID and through the advance in technology. But other people's voices and other people's words are so important as we develop our own style and our own learning and our own careers, our own lives. And I have words that are in my head, and they're with me all the time. And again, my mum, when I told her I was going to stand for election, she was probably thinking I was going to have a couple of years off after working hard for I don't know how many years. And she just looked at me and she said, someone's got to do it. It's just as well be you. And I thought, yeah, it just as well be me. I'll do it. So I did it. I'm still here with me. Her words are still with me. When I was asked to come this afternoon, I said, I'm not sure I'm the right person for this. You know, I don't come from a formal academic background. You guys are a long way ahead of me. And I was persuaded to come, and it's been a really, already, with the one ceremony in the morning and lunchtime with all of these colleagues, it's been a fascinating day, and I've seen more opportunity for Somerset today than I've seen for quite a long time, and that really cheers me up and gives me hope. So thank you all. And while you're learning from other people, learn to listen too, I would always say. When you're talking to someone, it's really easy to talk rapidly and talk across people. And if you're having a difficult conversation, sometimes it's really important to allow a tiny silence. And if you sit there quietly in the right way and allow a silence, people will tell you more. And sometimes you'll get something that is really important to the conversation. It can turn the conversation. It can be something that you were not expecting at all. So learn that, but let me give you a quick warning. If you're ever talking to someone who's a novelist or a playwright, go steady, because whatever you say to them, you'll find yourself turning up on the page or on the stage, and your words will be used. So I know my sister's a novelist. She's an absolute past master at the silence into which people tell their truth. And so you do have to go careful. And then looking again at the future, one of my favourite subjects now, having worked in the arts, is about cultural legacy. But that's not just about the culture in which we live and enjoy our lives. It's about economic legacy too. So every one of us is living and working and, you know, spending our money in the local economy. And we are ourselves creating a legacy. And we do not know how important we are to people who will come in the generations after us or the years after us. So I discovered that I had lived in Glastonbury because of something that happened in the early 20th century. The first Glastonbury festivals, nobody had ever heard of them, but they influenced my parents. That's why they stayed. That's why I was born there. That's why I grew up there. That's why I worked near there. And then I come across all of these people when we're doing shows, and they're coming from all over the country, and they're telling me that what I did to support them when I was working was instrumental in them finding their way. And that cultural legacy continues because they're now in their whatever 30s, 40s, they're now influencing the next generation. So don't underestimate the place you hold in the future of our county Somerset. And when you're working and living, don't ever forget that it's the people who matter. So whatever the natural environment, whatever the built environment that you're living in and enjoying, it will always be the people that you remember. So you might remember the wonderful view when you're traveling. You might remember absolutely wonderful new buildings in London. But if somebody shows you a kindness or helps you in some way or is welcoming, you may well remember that person just as much as that view or that building that absolutely blew you away. So I just want to say that I really hope you remember this day. I'm sure you will. I know you will, actually, because you're part of the history of this country, because you have achieved so much through those difficult years. You're part of the future of Somerset, every one of you. I hope that you enjoy every moment today. And again, I thank you and congratulate you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Liz. I would now like to invite Julie Swain, Partnership Manager at the University of Plymouth, to confer the University of Plymouth Awards. I'd also like to invite Max Salter, Course Leader for Sport and Public Services, to the stage to present the students graduating from the Foundation Degree in Public Services with Criminology, validated by the University of Plymouth.
The Foundation Degree in Public Services Criminology was developed alongside employers to ensure that completion of their course graduates will be equipped with the transferable skills, knowledge and experience that employees new to the public and emergency sector require. While on course, the group were encouraged to face their personal fears and develop a range of activities to enhance their industry experience. They're then able to apply theoretical study and knowledge to better understand situations. Many of those graduating today are progressing onto a study, a top-up year at a variety of institutions to achieve their full BA Honours degree, while others have decided to follow a different route. The course team wish them all the best in their chosen career and to continue to use the skills they've developed. They'll need them in this changing world. Students graduating with a foundation degree in public services and criminology are Rebecca Berry, Brandon Newbury, and Finley Warren.
Thank you, Julie. Could I invite Andy Berry, Principal and Chief Executive of Bridgewater and Taunton College, to help confer the following awards? Max, please can I ask you to present the students graduating from the Foundation degree in Sports Science with Sports Coaching Education and the BSc Honours degree in Applied Sports Science and Coaching validated by Oxford Brookes University.
This qualification, developed and delivered in conjunction with Oxford Brookes University, is an ideal path for those interested in a career in the sports industry. It provides academic, theoretical modules of learning to suit a variety of career aims in both sports science and sports coaching, and the applied nature of both. Our graduates have all developed new skills and new ways of understanding human performances and coaching pedagogies. They can test performance, review performance, help plan improvements for a variety of performers, and all this despite starting the course with different ways of working. Students have progressed to a wide range of places, some either continuing their studies with an MSc or a PGCE, while others have successfully obtained employment within the sports industry in roles which include teaching sports development, sports science support, leisure, recreation management, and gym instruction, to name a few. Students graduating with a BSc Honours top-up degree in Applied Sports Science and Coaching are Hannah Billing, Charlie Bowman, Niall Carr, Michaela Carter-White, Isabel Fawkes. Georgia Holt. Well done. Thank you. Shakira Howard.
Thank you for saving my ass.
Well done, you got that. Lewis Murray. Miranda's got a better beard than you, Santiago Obajero Tascon. Congratulations. Matthew Percival. Well done, Matt. Congratulations. Tara Russell. Well done, it's nice, it's good, isn't it? Well done. And Rebecca Smith. Well done, I could call you Smithy on that, couldn't
Thank you, Max. Thank you, Andy. I now invite Clanut Greenwater, Senior Quality and Partnerships Manager at the Open University, to confer the Open University Awards. I also invite Simon West, Course Leader for Computing and IT, to the stage to present the students graduating from the BSc Honours degree in Computing and Digital Technologies awarded by the Open University.
Our Computing and Digital Technologies degree is designed to equip the graduates with the deep academic knowledge and high-level technical skills needed to succeed in an ever-changing and rapidly growing industry. The graduates' achievements are not only testament to their intellectual ability, but also their determination and resilience, skills undoubtedly that will prove valuable in their future successes. Throughout the course, the graduands have developed vast and varied academic and technical skills, growing their innovation, creativity, and professionalism. Many final projects demonstrated the innovative skill and originality desirable in the computing and digital sector, with this year's cohort achieving some of the best grades the department has ever seen. Many of these bright and successful individuals have already secured highly competitive and prized positions in some of the most sought-after companies throughout the UK. Graduands, I look forward to hearing of your successes and welcoming you back as alumni in the very near future. As industry professionals, you will inspire future generations, and I am deeply proud of each and every one of you. I wish you the best of luck going forward into, no doubt, your hugely successful careers. Students graduating from the BS Honours degree in Computing and Digital Technologies are Toby Black, oh, sorry, my words, my own. Sorry, been a long day. Connor Clark. Laura Coleman. Charlotte Colmer. Bradley Diaz. Brad, to miss him. I'm in bingo too much now. Thomas Smith. Oh, I missed one, sorry. Right, let's do it. My fault. Sorry. Thomas?
I believe you missed
I
one.
know, you're right. And Rhys Pierce.
Thank you, Canute, and thank you, Simon. I now invite Andy Berry back to the stage, and I also invite Teresa Toms, course leader for accounting, to the stage to present the students graduating from the Level 4 Professional Diploma in Accounting validated by AAT.
Good afternoon. The AAT Professional Diploma is the final level in the suite of accounting courses. The graduates have reached the end of a 3-year intensive and high-level course, which demanded self-motivation, dedication, and hard work to complete it successfully. This professional diploma has bridged the gap between technical knowledge and practical experience. For some students, the diploma will be their main qualification, and it has enabled them to enhance their employment duties in their current careers. For others, it is a stepping stone to chartered status, which many of them will undertake and follow in the footsteps of former students to become fully qualified chartered or certified accountants. I'm proud to present the student graduating today, Chloe Lancastle.
Thank you, Teresa. I now invite Max Dolder-Muller, course leader for counselling, to present the students graduating from the AIN Awards Level 4 Diploma in Counselling Practice.
Thank you. Good afternoon. The AIM Qualifications Level 4 Diploma in Counselling Practice takes a holistic approach to training counsellors. Our objective is to train our students' heads, hands, and hearts. By head, we mean theoretical approaches, frameworks, code of ethics, and legal aspects of counselling practice. These students have successfully completed a significant amount of academic work to a rigorous standard. By hand, we mean the development of skills and techniques in helping others. These learners have taken part in at least 100 hours of supervised practice in our community. They have supported the homeless, people with mental health problems and addictions, the young and the old, and everyone else in between. And they did this during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, using unfamiliar digital technology to offer mental health support. By heart, we refer to personal development and self-awareness. This is often the hardest part of counselling training. These learners have engaged in reflective processes through personal therapy and personal development groups in order to get to know themselves better, which we know will make them reflective, safe, and ethical therapists. Counselling training is both hard and enlightening. You have spent 4 years working hard to achieve this qualification. It gives me great pleasure to celebrate these achievements with you, and I would like to wish you all the very best for the future. Students graduating from the AIM Qualifications Level 4 Diploma in Counselling Practice are Sophie Blackshaw, Zoe Cottrell, Lauren Friend, Georgiana Gibbons, Karen Law, Jock McCracken, Kate Cowsley Rowe,
I invite Neil Davis, course leader for Health, Care and Integrated Professions, to the stage to present the students graduating from the Level 4 Certificate in Education and Training and the Level 5 Diploma in Education and Training, validated by Pearson.
Good afternoon. The Diploma in Education and Training concentrates on developing the essential skills in becoming an outstanding teacher or trainer. Throughout the course, there is a key focus on the theoretical underpinning, pedagogical approaches, and wider professional practice and development of teaching, learning, and assessment. Teaching practice, work-based mentoring, and developmental lesson observations have allowed trainees to hone their TLA craft, develop their subject specialism, and become inspirational role models to their learners. This day of recognition and family celebration is testament of your resilience, undoubted talents as a teacher, and desire to succeed. Despite the multifaceted challenges that the FE and skills sector provides daily, you stand here as proud, successful, qualified teachers. It's with pride and great pleasure I stand with you today to recognise your effort and significant achievements. The student graduating from the Level 4 Certificate in Education and Training is Darren Wynne. Students graduating from the Level 5 Diploma in Education and Training, awarded by Pearson, are Lynn Bowden, Cheryl Moolman, Thanshan Omer, Daniel Pattenden,
Thank you, Andy. I now invite Julie Swain, Partnership Manager at the University of Plymouth, to confer the University of Plymouth Awards. Neil, please can I ask you to now present the students graduating from the Postgraduate Certificate in Education, validated by the University of Plymouth.
The University of Plymouth has a long history in the Southwest of supporting professionalisation of teaching practitioners through its PGCE and CertEd teacher training programmes. Our graduates show a deep theoretical and practical understanding of teaching and can deliver high-quality sessions which support inclusive learning and develop learner autonomy. Specialist mentoring, teaching observations and reflective practice are key tools in this process. The Plymouth programme recognises the important role its graduates have in developing a sustainable future for current and future learners. All of you receiving an award today have shown commitment to both your personal and professional development, which has resulted in high levels of achievement, despite the daily challenges offered by the FE and skills sector. Your teaching practice has continued to evolve, and I'm very proud of all that you have achieved. I hope this award serves you well as a stepping stone to your future careers. The students graduating from the Postgraduate Certificate in Education are Sally Culliford,
Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Julie. I now invite Clynwyd Rinmota, Senior Quality and Partnership Manager at the Open University, to confer the Open University Awards. I invite Louise Hannon, Course Leader for Early Years, to the stage to present students graduating from the BA Honours degree in Early Childhood Studies, validated by the Open University.
As we know, education has the power to transform and change lives. Within early childhood studies, it not only changes the students' lives, but also the children and families they work with on a daily basis. These qualifications are aimed at students who are volunteering or working in settings with children up to the age of 8 years old, in a range of environments, including nurseries, preschools, children's centres and primary schools. It's designed to enable the students to gain a deep theoretical insight coupled with the practical skills needed within the sector. Our early childhood studies graduates leave us with the knowledge and skills that allow them to progress and excel in their careers. As they do, they positively impact on the children that they work with and the families. As they gain practical and academic insight at the same time, it doubles the power of the learning experience and enhances the outcomes twofold. I wish all the graduates the best of luck with their future careers. The students graduating from the BA Honours top-up degree are Nadia Connor, Rebecca Emmett, Hannah Macy, Students graduating from the BA Honours degree in Early Childhood Studies are Alicia Bishop, Anna Blackmore, Megan Chinnock, Amber Eaton, Elizabeth Harvey, Donna Holden, Bethany Lower, Layla Miles, and Matthew Sutton.
I invite Alison Millett, Course Leader for Healthcare and Integrated Professions, to the stage to present students graduating from the Foundation degree in Health and Social Care and the BA Honours degree in Health and Social Care, validated by the Open University.
The BA Honours degree in Health and Social Care is part of the University Centre Somerset's partnership with the Open University. It is a full 3-year undergraduate programme of study which also incorporates significant professional practice experience in diverse health and social care settings. Our health and social care degree students need to demonstrate an exceptionally high level of application, self-direction and personal motivation as they navigate a challenging programme of study and independent research. The key aim of the programme is to develop service user-focused graduates who are insightful, resourceful and resilient, and therefore fully equipped to meet the challenges that employment in the fast-moving sector presents. Most of those graduating today are already employed in relevant care settings or have gained promotion into senior and management roles since completing the degree course. I would like to offer my congratulations to this group of graduates, recognising that not only have they experienced learning through the restrictions of COVID-19, but also a complete change in the teaching team. We are very proud of what you've achieved, and this award is well deserved. Well done to you all. In short, I have every confidence that those graduating today have all the skills, self-confidence and professional competence to forge dynamic and meaningful careers in the professional world of health and social care. So once again, well done. The student graduating from the BSc Honours Top-Up degree in Health and Social Care is Lucy West. Students graduating from the BSc Honours degree in Health and Social Care are Lacey Garland, Shimona Hawker, Lisa Martin, Tamsin Oliver, Kaylee Teasdale, and Katie Woodland.
Could I ask Andy to come back to the stage? And I'd also like to invite James Matthews, Specialist Trainer in Healthcare and Integrated Professions, to present the students graduating from City and Guilds Level 5 Diploma in Leadership for Health and Social Care and Children's and Young People's Services.
Good afternoon, everyone. The overall aim of the Level 5 Diploma in Leadership for Health and Social Care and Children and Young People's Services is to guide and develop essential knowledge, understanding and skills in leadership and management practice within the health and social care sector, enabling a strong foundation to support learners to progress into registered managers' roles meeting regulatory requirements for the sector. A combination of work-based assignments, research and participation at a management level encourages learners to critically analyse national policy, existing ways of working, and to develop evidence-based quality improvements in their specialised services in the adult care landscape. In doing so, they have demonstrated that they are truly leading and inspiring their peers, acting as a force for change across the sector, and widely disseminating best practice throughout their individual organisation, thus improving care and quality standards. Throughout the programme, the learners have all developed the behaviours needed for high-quality leadership. They have inspirationally focused on the values and behaviours that provide the foundation for effective leadership. These graduating students understand that high-quality care and qualified and confident leadership go hand in hand. Their studies will inspire them to continue to influence best practice for safe, effective, and efficient services across the care sector. And I wish them all the best of luck. The students graduating from the Level 5 Diploma in Leadership for Health and Social Care and Children and Young People Services are Sarah Frost, Luke Houlihan, and Diane Pearson.
Thank you, James. I now invite Maria Santrium, Specialist Trainer in Healthcare and Integrated Professions, to the stage to present students graduating from the Sitting Girls Apprenticeship in Healthcare Assistant Practitioners.
Good afternoon. The assistant practitioner role was developed in 2002 to complement the work of registered professionals across health and social care. This role is integral to providing high-quality, patient-centred care in a variety of settings. The assistant practitioner course is delivered in partnership with employers through a combination of academic and work-based learning. All of our students are united in the shared goal of providing exceptional care to others. They have achieved this qualification through hard work and determination. However, these graduates have gained this qualification during the COVID-19 pandemic whilst enduring exceptional work challenges as NHS frontline workers. You should be very proud of your attainment. We today, as a university centre, are also very proud to congratulate our assistant practitioners on their achievement and wish them every success in their future careers. The students graduating from the Level 5 Diploma in Healthcare Assistant Practitioner are Daniel Olbro, Vivian Durham, Kelly Dixon, Grant Rendell. And Martha Rogers.
Thank you, Maria. I now invite Dr. Blessing Maffinsembi, course leader for construction, to the stage to present students graduating from the Higher National Certificate in Construction awarded by Pearson.
Good afternoon, everyone. Our agency in construction and civil engineering requires students to study alongside their business career in the construction industry. This is a challenge that our students have exceeded at these 2 years, achieving excellent results throughout all 8 units that make up higher education, a higher national certificate. During this course, our students study complex subjects such as construction technology, tender and procurement, mathematics, structural design, and acquire new skill set by learning vital practical skills in subjects like surveying and designing, where students develop mastering of building information modeling with software like Revit and AutoCAD. Our students combine their knowledge and skill to create entire project design, which is presented to their peers and reviewed by panels of judges. This end of year project challenges our students to combine all aspects of their course and demonstrate their skills in planning, designing, and managing project delivery. We are constantly impressed by the quality and innovation demonstrated in their individual projects. Today mark a milestone in your professional development journey, one that I hope you will continue with in order to go even further on in your career. On behalf of the head of department and all staff in the construction department, I wish you the best of luck in your future career. We have confidence that you will continue to grow and flourish within the construction industry. The student graduating for the Higher National Certificate in Construction is Rebecca Bobia.
Thank you, Blessing. Thank you, Andy. This concludes the presentation of certificates. Can I all ask you to congratulate all of our students graduating today on their achievements? I would now like to welcome Donna Holden, Early Childhood Studies graduate, to the stage to offer this year's student vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, faculty, guests and fellow graduates. In fact, it's more than a good afternoon. It's a great afternoon, isn't it? We are all sat here celebrating the culmination of our achievements. We are celebrating our graduation. I would like to express my most sincere congratulations to every graduate here, and of course to those that were unable to attend today. It wasn't easy, was it? And yet here we are. I'm sure we'll all admit that we've had our wobbles, meltdowns, tears and times of procrastination, as well as days when we would have rather been doing anything other than studying. We have all had to make sacrifices in our personal lives in order to do our study justice. Personally, at the start, I had doubts that I would get to the end. The thoughts of having to take in so much new information and then put it down in paper on assignments that were 4,000 or so words long was quite daunting. I had thoughts of, why am I doing this? And sorry to remind you all of this, but let's also not forget that we were also one of those cohorts impacted by COVID. The unprecedented time that led to international shutdown of educational establishments that has quite frankly left an impact on the way education will be delivered and received. I would like to say thank you to the University Centre Somerset for the way they adapted so quickly in order to allow us to continue with our education. Personally, in our house, this meant we had 5 people studying all at the same time, and that was certainly challenging. But I persevered. We all persevered, and look where it's got us. We should all quite rightly be proud of ourselves and our achievements that have brought us all together today. I realise that when asked to give this speech, I'm doing so on behalf of so many of my fellow graduates who are all from different backgrounds and from different stages in their lives, as well as graduates from across many different subjects. We will all have our reasons for gaining our qualifications. Some of you will have done it in order to achieve a specific job role, and some of you, like me, will have done it to enable you to move on to further training. One thing, however, we all have in common today is the immense pride we feel in ourselves and the excitement of what is to come next in our journey. Let's face it though, we didn't do it alone. Hopefully, like me, we all had support from family, friends and tutors at some point along our journey. On that note, I would like to take this opportunity to personally thank my wonderful family for the many cups of tea, glasses of wine and for proofreading assignments, and apologise for all the uncooked dinners whilst I found myself engrossed in reading and writing. I would also like to say, on behalf of the Early Childhood Studies cohort, a big thank you to Louise for the support given over the 3 years and beyond. She has been amazing, always listening in times of doubt, and no matter how many times we asked her to explain ontology and epistemology, she did it with a smile. As well as Louise's support, I don't want to forget the university library staff, all of whom have given individual attention to us learners in order to support us in our studies. The last thing for me to say is, would you all join me in standing up and giving a round of applause to not only yourselves and fellow graduates, but also those around us who helped us along our journey.
Thank you, Donna. I think you managed to achieve some tears there with Louise, so it means a lot. Okay, we're nearly there, everyone. Now I'd like to invite Andy Berry, College Principal, to close this afternoon ceremony with a vote of thanks.
Thank you, Matt. So here I am. I'm standing between you and a celebratory evening, I hope, with your families. Perhaps a diet lemonade or whatever you. Actually, probably not in the front. It's not diet lemonade, but you know, your celebrations this evening. But I just want to start by adding my congratulations to every one of you. And, you know, we are so proud of your achievements. This is one of those really special days of the year, that moment when you can stop and reflect on all of your achievements and all of that hard work. And that's important because you have done just incredible things through your studies. The gowns, the mortarboards are just a public symbol of that academic level that you've reached and the effort that you have all put into your studies. And it's so well deserving to be here today to celebrate in this formal/informal way. I know that achieving a higher education or professional qualification is incredibly demanding. It wasn't that long ago, about 4 years ago now, that I did my own master's degree alongside everything else. So I've got some empathy in the highly demanding things. And we just heard Donna there and the support that she has had from her family as she studied. Incredible to think of those 5 family members all studying alongside each other. On top of that, of course, everyone has done that study in a time of COVID, which has added an enormous challenge. Despite all of those challenges, I wonder if one of the things that you will have learnt about yourself is you can absolutely do it. I'm sure there will have been moments when you thought, another assignment, can I keep going? There's 2 paths in front of you. One of which could be, I'm actually going to stop. I'm just going to stop for now. Perhaps I could suspend my studies for a year and come back to it. But you cracked on and you did it and you achieved. And, you know, that I think is an incredible lesson for life, actually. And, you know, when life throws those challenges at you, you know that you are something special and you can keep going. I want to, think about all of the people around you that have helped you along that way. I know I relied really heavily on my family through the studies. So although you should be absolutely celebrating all of your hard work, I think it's right that we recognise the support of partners, spouses, families, and the vital role that they've played in your study. We can all, I think, be a little bit difficult at times when the pressure's on. Actually, maybe a bit short-tempered. You can think of that moment in your study where you really did need to lean on the support and understanding of others around you. The other group of people I think we should be thanking and reflecting on are the incredible staff here at the University Centre for Somerset. I've been so lucky to have almost my entire career in one organisation, and the one thing that marks out UCS are the incredible team of staff that we have here. They are without question the best team of staff in any organisation, any academic organisation in the country. And, I know that from working side by side with them for those 30 years. They go above and beyond, I can tell you, into the evenings, weekends. As people talk about teachers having long holidays, I can tell you that that's time spent preparing and getting things right for you so you can be successful. So I think it would be really important for us to stop and say thank you to the staff, family, friends, and everyone that's been behind your success today. It's also important to think that these events don't just happen. They seem to run really smoothly, but there's a big team behind the scenes that have been working up to today to make sure that it's run so smoothly. So I would like to take the opportunity to thank Graham Cook from the Sound and Lighting, Eden Ravenscroft for coming down for the academic dress and some of the photography there for us. Shed Flowers, I think you'll agree the floral arrangements have been beautiful. Thank you, Ross Alexander, for the photography and telling us where to stand on the stage and making sure that we all look our best today. So thank you, Ross. Matt, you've done a fantastic job today as our Master of Ceremonies. You can only imagine the discussion within the senior team as to who's going to do that job. Matt volunteered once and he's never been let off the hook. So Matt, you've done another great job, and thank you for that. Donna, you were incredible with your vote of thanks. You've no idea how daunting it is up here. Bright lights in your face, can't see anyone in front of you, and I thought you did that absolutely brilliantly. So thank you very much, Donna. I'd also like to thank the marketing team, the HE team for all of the work that's gone on behind the scenes today. Louisa, Kelly, Joe, Sarah, I'll have missed a number of people, I'm sure, but thank you so much. And I'd like to also express my particular thanks to Liz. Thank you, Liz, for coming along today. Liz was right. She wasn't sure about today and whether she was right, but you've done a great job, Liz. We are so proud to be rooted into the community of Somerset. We're really proud of our connection and proud of our role working together to transform this community. And when I think about our vision of transforming lives, I hope you feel that you can see that coming to life today. So a big thank you to all of those people. Could we show our appreciation? That half a diet lemonade's not far away. We're nearly there. Okay, so I just would like to ask you one last favour, really. You have been incredible. You have been a massive success. This is a start of a journey for you. You've learned, hopefully, a passion for learning. You're going to go on and do amazing things for us. When you're out there, when you're out and about, as Liz says, just mention Somerset, your county, your community, where you're from. You should be really proud to be from Somerset. Mention UCS and go out there and be amazing ambassadors for UCS. And let us know how you're getting on. We love to hear your stories because you are going to go on to some incredible careers. Thank you so much. That's all from me. Go out and enjoy yourselves this evening, and thank you very much today.
Thank you, Andy. Now that draws to a close the ceremony today, but I'd like you to all be upstanding for the academic procession as it leaves. Thank you.